Hello again everybody and welcome back to Let's Experience. Today we're going to be talking about Love Letter. Now Love Letter is a 2 to 4 player game. It's a very small game. It only takes about 5 to 10 minutes to finish a round of it. And it is produced by AEG, and the creator's name is Seiji Kanai. And Seiji Kanai is a Japanese game creator. He always is very famous for making micro games that take that very short amount of time. Let's open it up and take a look inside. Now, there are many forms of the game Love Letter, but in all of them you will constantly see the numbered cards from 1 to 8, and there will be 5 1s, 2 2s, 2 3s, 2 4s, 2 5s, a 6, a 7, and an 8. Now, each of these cards has a special power and a number, and those are the two most important things. At the end of the game, you're trying to see who can get the highest number card. And of course the princess is the highest because the goal of Love Letter is to have someone send your love letter to the princess. And at the end of the game, you'll only have one card left. We'll compare the numbers and see who wins. But during the game, you will discard your cards that you draw, and those will be cards whose powers will trigger for you. And each card has a special power. The soldier allows you to guess someone else's number, and if you guess correctly, they're out of the game. The clown allows you to look at another player's card, so in tandem, they're a great combination. The knight allows you to compare your number to someone else's number early on, and the lower person is out of the game. So should I have the 7 and another player has the 5, and I play my 3, then I would kick them out of the round. Again, good to use with the clown if you know what someone else has. The princess allows you to protect yourself for a whole round. The wizard makes someone else discard their card and draw a new one. The general allows you to exchange cards with someone. The minister is just a high-level card, but he's not quite as high as the princess. Also, there's a penalty for both of these. If you should happen to draw the minister along with the 5 or the 6, then you are out of the round. And sometimes the cards' abilities change based on the version of Love Letter that you're playing, so that one does change. The princess's is always the same though. If you possess her and someone makes you discard her, or you have to discard her for any reason, you are kicked out of the round yourself. So let's take a look at how a round goes. Okay, so here we have a general round of Love Letter amongst 3 players. Everyone has one card that they start with, and then on their turn, they will draw a card and choose between which of the 2 they want to use that round. There is also always a card taken out of the deck, one character absent from the castle, you could say, and that card is never shown to anyone. And so the 8, for example, may not even be in the game, or could be as simple as one of the 1s being gone, or something like that. But you never know what that card is, so it adds a little bit of uncertainty to the game. These little cubes right here represent your win tokens. Getting 3 of them wins you the entire game. So we'll play rounds until that happens. So I draw my card, and this is what I have. I've got my soldier, and I've got the general. The general allows me to exchange cards with someone, but I might save that for later. He's also pretty high. So right now I'm going to play my soldier. I put that face up in front of me, and I say, DC, I'd like to guess your card. Do you have a 3? And DC would look at his card, and he would say, nope, no 3. Now you cannot lie about that. This game is not that tricky. And then he would take his turn, draw a card, look at both of them. This is a problem. It says right here, if you possess the number 12 or higher with your 2 cards, you're out of the game. So he does have a 12. He has to immediately discard both, and he's kicked out. That is a very rare circumstance, and I guess I should have stacked this deck, but whatever. Then the next player would go, and now it's down to just her and I. So Rochelle looks at her cards. She has the priestess and the soldier. The priestess protects her. She's going to play that card right now. So she may not be targeted by any of my cards for at least one turn. Comes back to me. I pull up. I have another soldier. I'm going to save this general still. The soldier is not affecting her because she's protected by the priestess. goes back to her. You see how fast this game goes. Your turn is really short. This time, she managed to pull up a knight, but she doesn't want to use that because this one allows her to compare numbers with another player. She would have a 1 comparing to me, which she would definitely lose on because the lower number loses. So she's going to play her soldier, save her knight, and she draws, soldier, she guesses my number. Let's just say she says, do you have the 8? No, I do not. Back to my turn. I draw the clown, which allows me to look at her card. I'm going to actually play that one. Sure. Okay, I want to look at her card. She shows me that she has the knight, puts it back down, and then it is back to her turn. Now, she's in dire straits here because I know she has the knight, but she still doesn't want to play it because she got another soldier. So she's going to try again. She says, do you have the 5? There are 2 5s in the game. By the way, this little cheat sheet tells you what each card does and how many of each are in the game, in parentheses there. I say, no, I do not have a 5. Back to me. I got the clown again. I know what you have already, but I'll just say whatever. Pass takes her turn. This time she got another priestess. She's going to protect herself. She's playing very defensively, and I can't seem to get to her. So it doesn't matter what I drew this time. Oh, this would have been a good combination. The knight allowing me to compare cards with her. I know she still has that other knight there. So it would have been 6 versus 3, but she's protected. So I waste that card. I'm going to hold on to this one. Game's getting close to the end. She drew 5. She drew the wizard. That can make me discard my card, or it can make her discard her own card. Now, knowing that there's only 1 card left in the deck, and the princess still has not been shown, either I've got it, or it's one of these two. So she has a chance of drawing it, or she has a chance of making me discard it. Now remember, the princess, if you discard it, you're out of the game. So she's going to go ahead and try that out. She plays her 5, tells me to discard my card, I throw it away, and then I must draw a new one. It was not the princess, unfortunately, and I did not draw the princess myself. I drew a 1. So the game is finished when there's no cards left in the deck. We reveal what we have. She has the higher number. She wins the round. And actually, the princess was the card that was hidden from the game. What a gas. All right. We just played a whole round of Love Letter, and I didn't even mess up saying anything. That was pretty quick, and that's what's great about the game, is that it's good for in the middle of 2 larger games. You can just pull that one out and be like, hey, let's do something fast and a little bit random. Whoops, my Facebook's going off over there. So the cool thing about Love Letter is that there are a lot of variants too. This one over here is the one you'll probably see most at the store. It is in the vein of The Tempest, Shakespeare's The Tempest. All of the cards are designed based on that theme. And this one is one of my personal favorites, if anyone's familiar with Adventure Time. All the cards are characters from the cartoon show, and they're all in fancy duds, noble garb, all that kind of cool stuff. And then there's several others, Batman Love Letter, Hobbit Love Letter, all kinds of things like that. This one that I have even has multiple different princesses and a prince. So this game has been done to death, they might say. But it's really fun, and people come back and play it a lot, so maybe that's why. Thanks a lot, guys.